Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and for today's video I will discuss about taking cut and fill volume with table. And this is part 6 of our tutorial series regarding Civil 3D. Okay, let's start with so the file that I'm using right now is the same file that I used in our previous video. Since we already have a survey, we already have a corridor, profile, and this section. So now we are taking the cut and fill volume. And to do that, let's start with click your sample line and then sample source, more sources, and then we have to put the you can add all these to sample sources. It depends on what volume you have to get. So for example, this one is a Bellefonte surface, which is the existing, and then we have our limit that we need to cut or to fill is from Bellefonte surface, the existing surface, to Bellefonte corridor or subbase. And then we are looking for top or pave. Base, no need because we already have subbase. Remove this one. Curve. Since we already have subbase, we don't need the bottom part and the pave because we already have the top. Remove. So we already have the 3 sample source, which is the 3 surface, existing surface, the subbase, and the top of the road, final road level. Okay, apply. You can see that later. You will understand what is this and what is the use of this in our activity. Excuse. And then after that, still select the sample line, compute materials, and then since our alignment is only one alignment in this file, so Bellefonte alignment, Bellefonte sample line. Okay, so this is the material. Let's say this is cut. Okay, I will zoom to section for you to be able to see the changes. I will just repeat what I did. I just zoom it to section. Okay, since we already have a cut, and then after that, surface, which is this is our sources. This is the source that we choose at the start of this video. So we have to put this Bellefonte surface, which is the existing ground. We have to add that one. So at first, add new material, which is this one, and then after that, when you select add new material, this one should be cut, and then our material name is cut and fill volume. And then after that, we have to add this Bellefonte surface. which is this is existing ground, and then we have to add sub base and the top. Okay, as you can see here in the dialog box, so we are taking the top area, the cut. So this bell pond surface should be the area that we have to take is the bottom of the bell pond surface, the existing ground. So this should be below, and the sub base is the above of the sub base. And in this cut, we don't need top, so we have to remove this one because we are taking the cut only. So the cut is in between of the existing ground up to the bottom of the road or the sub base. Actually, it's not sub base, it should be a subgrade, but that's in the name, and maybe I make a mistake for the naming, but this should be the subgrade, this, which is this one, this green area. And then, so in our settings we already have the cut. Now we have to add the fill volume, fill area, and then add new material, and then we have to put it here as fill volume or fill, and then under fill, same procedure, we have to add the existing ground, and then the bell pond top, and then the sub base. In this case, this is the opposite of the cut. So bell pond surface or the existing ground should be the material that we need to fill is the above of the existing ground. So it should be above, and these two should be below, because we have to fill the missing area. And then after that, we have to change this. This is the shape type, or the, let's say, hatch, for us to see in the graphical presentation which is cut and which is volume. Let's say this is cut material, and then this is a fill material. Just click this to change, and then after that you can edit that one, because for example, just when you click this cut material, it will appear this dialog box, and then edit, go to section, and then change the scale, let's say 0.5, and then the color is red, apply. Okay, same with the fill material, the color of fill material is green, and then go to section. Always change this one, because mostly I forgot this. This is the presentation only for the show, foresee the difference which is cut and which is volume. And this is the shape material or the hatch. I just changed the 1.75 because it's too big. The scale, the line type scale or hatch scale, 0.5, apply, okay, and then apply, okay, apply, okay. So this is what I'm saying. This is the cut area. Still, I think the 0.5 is still, it's big, the distance, the scale. So since there is no fill material here, so it show only the cut. So we will change, this is what I'm saying, it's a big distance, the scaling, so we have to change that one. Just click the hatch and then section. This is the same, let's say 0.05. Okay, that's enough. This is the cut area. As you can see on the red hatch, this is the existing ground, and this is our, the green one is our bottom of sub base, which should be bottom of subgrade. It's not sub base. Don't mind my name that I used. Since we don't have a fill because the existing ground is at the top of the subgrade, I'm looking for a fill area. As you can see, this is a half only, because if you are looking at the section of 215.83, or I will show for you to see, I will show the surface. Don't mind this one, I just showed the surface for you to be able to see the so this one, let's say 215 station, which is this, for example. That's why there is no cut in the other side, because actually this is a mistake, since this is just a sample, so I just show you. Because of this, there is no existing ground in that area. I'm looking for a fill, but I think there is no fill, because if there is fill, okay, all is cut. And now we are making a table in this cut and fill presentation. And to do that, click the section. You can click the section. You can do a right click and generate volume report. Oh, it's in contextual tab. Or you can click also the sample line and then generate volume report. It's either of the two procedure. So generate volume report, Belcon alignment, cut and fill volume, select this folder, select material, open, and then OK. So sometimes this is normal. It happened in this one. We encounter an issue with this cut and fill volume report. So I will tell you how to get that one. So generate volume report. Okay, select material, open, okay. And it's still not coming. Just what you have to do is to click this address. Just copy, go to settings, and then default browser, add, and paste that address, and then close it, and then again. This is good that we encounter that issue, because this is the common issue. And then generate volume report. Same procedure. Click this, material, select material, okay. Okay, again, let's do this again. Select the section. generate volume report, and then bell point alignment, bell point sample line, and then select this folder icon, select material, and then OK. And then this dialog box will appear. Just click yes, and then another yes, and then this is your volume, cut and fill volume. You can copy it to Excel. Just Control A, copy Excel, just simple paste it, or so now you already have the cut and fill, or the cut, and you want to make a table for this. Just click the section, right click, section view, group properties, and then the change volume tables, material, basic, and then add, cut and fill, OK, and then apply, OK. So this is your table for this cut and fill. If your table look messy, it's not organized, just click this one, click the section, just update section view layout, and then now it's okay. We have to move this section view group properties, section view group properties, and then change table, why, let's say this is 10. Let's check what will happen. Okay, that this 1 0. Let's go to X, sorry, 10, 20. Okay, now it's okay. Apply. Okay, so we already have cut and fill, which is 1975 our cut, and in this one is 1975 is okay. And then when you click this hatch, for example, as you can see in the properties, the area is what, 10.11, which is 10.11. This is the area, the volume, and then the cumulative volume. So now it's if you want also to make bandwidth at the bottom of this section, it's same procedure with how to make a bandwidth in our profile. Okay, we are making bandwidth for this section. Like what I've said, it's the same procedure how to make bandwidth in this profile. So, but before that, let's change this subbase. Let's change this subbase to subgrade, because this one should be subgrade. Okay. And by the way, one more tip. One more tips in AutoCAD, Civil 3D. When you click the section, not only in the section. Wait. And if you do right click and you select the section, the difference of section view group properties and the section view properties. If you select the section view properties, you will change only in this section. That's why you always you should choose the section view group properties. So let's start doing a bandwidth. Select section, section view group properties, or section view group properties, and then change bandwidth. Just click this, and then for example we want to show the section data, e.g. elevations. Sorry. e.g. elevations, add, and then click this, e.g. elevation, edit. For example, the name of this, let's just copy this. This is the title, which is this one, existing elevation, okay, and then okay. Compose label is the title, and then major increment, only major increment, compose label, and then click this, section 1 elevation. Section 1 elevation, okay, okay, apply, okay, apply, apply, okay, apply, which is this one. Section 1 elevation. How to know which one is section 1 elevation? We can see that as under section view group properties, and then section, wait, we can see that under section view group properties, section views, and then change bandwidth. Okay, for us to know which is the surface 1, section view group properties, change bandwidth. For example, this is e.g. elevation, this is our bandwidth. This is source sample 1, surface 1. So since we need to show the existing ground, we have to click this in Belpon surface for surface 1, and the surface 2 is the subgrid, or the top, the pavement. As long as the surface 1 is the existing ground, okay, apply, okay, apply, okay. So as you can see, it's too far from section. All we have to do is section view group properties, and then change bandwidth. The gap, it should be 0, and then apply, okay. Still, there is still distance. All you have to do here is making trial and error. Change bandwidth. Oh, not this one. Change bandwidth, which is this band set. Or wait. Section view group properties. Change bandwidth, edit, let's go to gap, and then let's say -10, apply, okay. So now it's near, so I think it's enough. And then we are making oh, by the way, I will show you first this 2.78. So this is existing ground. We have to change the color. Wait. Always we go to section view group properties and then change bandwidth. Click this one for editing and then display. Let's go here. Let's change this to red. Oh. Okay, let's click the section view group properties, change band set, click this one, and then we have to change the color. For example, this one, compose label. Let's say, since this is existing ground, we should change it by red. Apply. As you can see, it changed. Center line, change it by red. Apply, okay. Apply. As you can see in the Civil 3D, there's a lot of dialog box. You are working in the dialog box, not in the drawing itself. You are modifying the drawing through dialog box. So 2.78, let's check. So our datum is 0. 2.78, so it's correct. Actually, it's Civil 2D. It will not mistake. Depends on your settings. I just show it to you. 2.98 in this section. Let's check. 2.98. Okay. Now we're okay in existing ground. We are making a bandwidth in, let's say, in top pavement or the FGL. Actually, this is both drawing. We can change this, because this one, oh, it's okay, because existing ground is red, so it's okay. Okay, since we already have existing elevations, now we are taking the FGL or finished ground level. Click the section, same procedure, section view group properties, change band set, section data under band type, and then we took already the existing ground, so now we are taking the FG elevation, which is this one, add. And then surface 2, surface 1. Surface 1 is the existing ground, and surface 2 is, let's say, top. That is the source that we need to take, the top finished ground level, and then apply. And then to modify, let's click this one, edit, So FG elevation is okay. Let's copy this for the title. Or proposed elevation is okay. And then let's do this. Major increment composed label. At the center line, click this. Surface 2 elevation is okay. No problem with that one. Okay, apply. Okay. In the center line also, let's check. Surface 2 elevation, that is the properties, it's okay. Okay, green, apply. Surface 2 elevation, I will tell you later. Okay, apply. Okay, okay, apply. Okay, apply. Surface 2, I think section view group properties, change bandwidth. This is the surface 2. We have to take this level, the top, and then it is existing. Okay, let's check. Oh, it's too far, the bandwidth is too far with each other, so we have to change that one. Change bandwidth, the gap, it should be 0. Okay, apply. Okay, now it looks good. So let's check, like for example 2.27, it will not get mistake because it's Civil 3D, depends on your settings. But to show you, 3.27 at the top. Oh, sorry. Let's take from here. Up to here is 3.27 round up. Okay. And the area, raw material 8.71. Let's look at here, 8.71. It's okay. So that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to know, or if you have some topic regarding Civil 3D, just comment on the comment section below. Thanks. Bye.